slouch. Guys, it is like pouring outside. I thought I would just walk everyone through my architecture portfolio. Planning on going to graduate school to pursue a master's in architecture. So as you can see, my front page isn't anything super special. I have created a personal logo out of my initials, NP, Natalie Perry. So moving on to my table of contents. I used to separate the page numbers with dots, but I felt that was too distracting. Sure, it took up the whole page and it made it look nice and filled, but actually after researching current design technique, minimalism is so in right now, so I would highly recommend just keeping some similar type of numbering system. If you have a overall color theme, definitely use it here. And I personally, for organization wise, I divided my work into academic and personal work. See, I have a divider saying academic work and jumping right into one of my more successful designs. As a second year, this was the second project in the second semester. So it's the most current and recent project, I would say, that I personally have just worked on. So you can see I have some renderings. You can see that I broke the 2-page line down the center just to make it more of a spread and make them look more constant and flowing. And also I would note that I use the same amount of formatting on the left with the project description, who my instructor was, what was the title of the course I was taking, and when I did so. I then also included what types of software I used. I just have some more process work. I have the site plan, an internal rendering that I made with V-Ray, some diagrams. Ohio State Architecture School, Knowlton, is huge on diagramming. Sections, and then moving on to the second project, the toy shell space design. In this project, we had to design some type of toy shell to launch several hand toys out into space. So I chose a slinky, turny, spin top things that you see in Inception, and pickup jacks. So I have some section renderings along with some line work. I then included photos of my model. Moving on, I have the gear house, which was my last project from first semester. So I have this beautiful model pic. I have some floor plans up top along with a rendering down below, and once again this goes back to breaking the barriers of the page and making it more continuous and flowing. I then included sections and oh my god, wow. I then included some diagrams. Basically what we did is we chose precedent houses, and then we based our new house design, our retreat house design, off of this. And then once again, some diagrams. Knowlton loves diagrams. Moving on to my next house design, it's called Split House. I included some model shots along with model shots in the site plan, the sections and floor plans, which are nothing new, along with diagram. I have this exercise next of a section perspective of Knowlton Hall, analysis of Corbusier house designs, which we were required to do for our first studio project. So we had to take a graphics course at Ohio State, and this was actually one of my favorite projects ever. I loved it so much. Moving on, so I did an AutoCAD certification workshop online last summer. I thought it was really helpful. And then I get into architecture school, and we don't even use CAD. We use something called Rhino. I get to Big Ben. This is what I thought architecture was all about, was just drawing buildings, and boy was I wrong. I did this with microns. If you guys are interested in some famous building that you would like me to draw, please comment down below. And that is it. That is the end of my portfolio. Short and sweet, less is more. It's more about the work that you produce. I would recommend buying this book. It's by Karen Lewis. It's available on Amazon. I think it's like $20. Super helpful. I didn't want to buy it, but I bought it anyway. And I feel like my portfolio improved so much. I switched from a landscape portrait to a portrait. A landscape portrait to a portrait. Yeah, because it is viewed more as a spread for the eyes to keep flowing versus like very, very, very long. White space is good. I would check, double check, get a friend to check it, check for typos, make sure that the content flows clearly. And then last but not least, regarding your organization, start with your second best work, and then your best work, and then, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. This way, what happens is you entice your reader with your second best work, right? Wow them with your best work. I've met with a lot of professors at Ohio State, and these are just all the tips and tricks compiled into one video. Till next time, love you guys. Oh my god.